Welcome. Like always, ladies and gentlemen, it's me, your host Amy from Pen Venture, and welcome to another fun pen review. This time we're going to review something from Visconti in Italy, Florence. Something big, something interesting, something fiery, colorful, and very, very beautiful altogether. In this video, I'm going to share with you the latest releases in this amazing collection, the Visconti Demo Stones, Mandarin Garnet, and Amethyst Purple. Two sweet, good-looking colors in this amazing series. Let's see them. And finally, something from Visconti. The Visconti Demo Stones, two new colors, the Amethyst Purple and the Mandarin Garnet. Two very, very sweet colors for this amazing collection. As usual, with my video reviews, I'm going to start with some history facts. Visconti, Florence-based Italian pen manufacturer. Last year they launched a sort of a deviation from the normal Homo Sapiens collection, and they tried to put together something in the aspect of having the shape of a Homo Sapiens using a 14-karat gold nib, not the 18-karat gold nib, both of them in-house made. Also, it's not a full demonstrator fountain pen like the yearly released Homo Sapiens series limited edition, but it is still a demo, colorful demo to say so. Last year colors were already reviewed on our channel, numbering 3 of them. I'm going to link the video up here if you want to see them. I'm going to show you them in more details in that video. We still have one of each color in our inventory. Like in true pen venture style, I'm going to start with the customer experience. This is the box that you get when you order a Visconti Homo Sapiens Demo Stones. It is not something super fancy. It's made out of cardboard. It has this geometrical pattern on the box, Visconti, right here on the lid. Here it's supposed to be the fountain pen. It's not, because I have them right here put into the correct order. Under here you'll find the warranty card. It's not here, but you will get it when you order the fountain pen, of course, and pretty much the box is not that super wow. And let me show you the colors of the previous edition, which I think they are splendid. Starting with the Homo Sapiens Sapphire Demo Stones, this beautiful blue. Then moving further, we have Ruby Red, again something super nice, and this dark cherry. It's very hard to find in all other fountain pens. And last but not least, we have the Emerald Green. The entire collection is based on semi-precious stones, and it draws the inspiration from another very early collection of Visconti, and that collection is the Visconti Homo Sapiens Jade. This is the first kind of looking fountain pen like the Demo Stones. Anyway, it's quite different. It's a limited edition of 188 fountain pens. It came with the 23-karat palladium Dream Touch nib, a super big box with an inkwell. It was priced I believe closer to 1,000 euros, no VAT. I'm gonna put the Demo Stones Emerald close by, and as you can closely observe, the colors are not the same. The Emerald, it's a bit more dark, and we don't have that semi-transparent milky color that the Jade is featuring. This year we have 2 new colors, beautiful, interesting, and I'm going to start with my favorite one, and this is the Amethyst Purple. And trust me, I don't know how, but purple fountain pens always get me so good. And joining in, it's something as splendid and awesome as you may see it right now, or as you may think it is. It's the Garnet, this fiery bright orange color, which is adorable to say at least. And I'm not a huge fan of orange fountain pens, don't get me wrong. I love every single fountain pen, but orange fountain pens, it's tricky. This one looks amazing. I have no words to explain how good it is. It's much more transparent than its siblings. You can clearly see inside, and I don't know, it's sort of a contest in between the purple and the orange. Anyway, we're going to base our review on the Amethyst Purple, and I'm going to show you some of the features of this collection. And since the entire collection is based on semi-precious stones, on top of the finial we have this stone inlay, which is correspondent to the color of the stone that gives the name of the fountain pen. And this deep purple bubbly stone is so nice, and it's not detachable. You cannot exchange it with anything else, like in the case of, let's say, the other Homo sapiens that are using the MyPen system. This is not available. So pretty much this is what you have on your fountain pen, and that's it. You cannot change it. Moving further, we have the clip, and the clip is so beautiful. It's designed by Visconti with the silhouette of the Ponte di Vecchio in Florence, which is a bridge in between two buildings, and it's so nice. And I know a lot of you are not that drawn to this clip, but me personally, I think it's an identity branding of Visconti, and I love it. It's functional, and I don't have anything against it. On this clip, we find Visconti and enamel, like in the case of other Homo sapiens, we don't have laser engraving. This time we have enamel that's matching the color of the fountain pen, and I'm going to bring the orange fountain pen in pictures. And in any other fountain pens from this collection, you will find that the enamel is colored like the fountain pen, and that puts out that lettering, the Visconti, to pop very nice. Very shiny clip, it's polished, and it looks gorgeous. 2 rings on the cap. This is synonymous with any other Homo sapiens. I believe both these 2 rings and this ring are made in silver, sterling silver. On my jade, it's with some tarnishing. In time, it collects this patina, but you can buff that very quickly and make it shiny like this one. Now let's uncap the fountain pen. It's featuring the hook safe lock mechanism, which is a trademark of Visconti. It's one of the most easy and safest way to cap a fountain pen, and I love it because you can uncap the fountain pen with a quarter of a turn, unheard in any other fountain pens, and I love this system. Also, something to point out on the orange fountain pen, since the material is much more clear, you can see an inner cap, or let's say an inner sleeve made out of plastic, which surrounds the nib and keeps it from drying out. This has a spring which pushes that sleeve over and forms a airtight seal, and the nib stays wet. Pretty much have the fountain pen riding from the first moment that's touching the paper. Keep that in mind. And let's see the gorgeous nib, because I believe 2 or 3 years ago Visconti announced me that they are going to switch to in-house nib making, and I received a few samples of their nibs that they were developing in-house with their own personnel and with machines and gold, and I was blown away by everything. And also I gave my feedback to them. There is quite a lot of difference in between the 14-karat gold nib and the 18-karat gold nib. And Visconti decided to put the 18-karat gold nib on much more expensive fountain pens and to leave the mid-entry level fountain pens which have a gold nib to use the 14-karat gold nib. And I love the 14-karat gold nibs, and I have some of them in my personal collection. What's unique about it is that they are riding a little bit more fine than, for example, a medium from a 14-karat will ride a little bit thinner line than a medium from an 18-karat gold nib. The flow is medium to wet. There is a small faint trail of a feedback, which I personally adore. The stamping is different, and just a few days ago I have observed that actually we have 2 V's that are surrounding the breather hole of the nib, and we have 14-karat, medium, and Visconti stamped at the base of the nib. Turn the nib, we can clearly see that they are using an ABS plastic feed, and both the nib and feed are friction fitted inside a plastic collar, together forming the Visconti nib unit, which is screwed in the section. Don't try to remove the nib with your fingers, because you can damage the nib very quickly and very easy, and you don't want that. Moving further, we have this section, ergonomics. You can grip this fountain pen very comfortable. It's a fountain pen that I've clearly experienced in many extended riding sessions, and I don't find it at all uncomfortable. It's very nice in riding. So it's not that chunky. You can grip the fountain pen with 3 fingers, and you can actually use it practical without alternating the grip or changing the way you are holding the fountain pen. Anyway, moving further, we have the grooves of the safe lock mechanism. Those are very shiny, buffed to perfection. I don't see any problem if you hold the fountain pen by them. Clearly, we are dealing with a fountain pen which is very comfortable. Moving further, we have this ring right here, the barrel ring. Like any other Homo sapiens, we have Homo sapiens engraved in between two thinner lines. This is made out of silver, different from the limited edition jade version from 3-4 years ago. On the back, we had the limited edition number. If we turn the amethyst purple demo stones, we don't have any number, so this is not a limited edition. I think they are sort of a limited edition, but anyway, they are discontinued after 1 year is passed and the new collection takes its place. Moving further, like any other Homo sapiens, we have the barrel, which is sort of slightly tapering in towards the end knob, and the barrel, like always, it's giving access and visibility to the filling system. And one of the key aspects of a Homo sapiens is that you can see the ink inside, you can see the level, you can see the ink slushing, and this is so satisfying and beautiful to watch and to experience. In this collection, some of the barrels show less of the ink. The Mandarin, we have a total visible barrel, which I think it's going to look very interesting if you put some ink inside this orange fiery color fountain pen. And I can only imagine the combination of a certain, let's say, ink color and that material. And I bet you, if you use an orange or yellow ink, it would look like water. Trust me, that's something very interesting. Anyway, let's proceed. And the barrel finishes off with this ring right here, and now we arrive at the piston knob or end knob. If we turn the fountain pen like so, we can clearly see that we have a V. This is the new style of a logo, which is found on this end knob, and the filling system is operated by this knob. The filling system that the Homo Sapiens Demo Stones collection is featuring is the Double Reservoir Power Filler. This is the ultimate filling system trademarked by Visconti, and it's so satisfying and interesting. This is how you would fill up the fountain pen. Untwist this end knob. You can clearly see the piston inside. We are going to draw the piston like so. Then we are going to introduce the fountain pen in some ink. Then pushing like this, we form vacuum behind the piston, and once the piston is going to be completely pushed down, the vacuum bursts behind the piston and draws ink inside the fountain pen, filling up the barrel. And one of the most interesting features of this filling system is that you can use the entire barrel to hold ink. That's a huge ink volume. There is a trick how to do that. I'm going to link the video up here. This is me demonstrating that system, how you can obtain a full barrel of ink. And we have this ink window right here, so this is airtight if the piston is closed down. This is in a way protecting the ink flow from coming out if there is external pressure. Where do we find external pressure? Well, in an airplane, if you travel, the pressurized cabin of a plane will push out ink if you have a full fountain pen and there is some air bubbles, and you can see that the fountain pen, if it's stored with the nib down or anything, the pressurized environment will squeeze out some ink, damaging or staining your favorite shirt. Anyway, Visconti offers the double reservoir feature in order to drain this small window right here of ink, and then you would move the ink behind the piston, then you will seal off that ink behind the piston, and voila, your shirt is safe. Pretty much this is the details of this collection, and I went in a very high speed through them because I've already reviewed a number of Visconti Homo Sapiens, and in regards of shape, nothing is changed. The weight, the size, the shape, everything is pretty much the same, and I'm pretty sure that most of you are familiar with a Visconti Homo Sapiens in regards of how it looks, how it feels, how it is. Now let's put it side by side other fountain pens, and I'm going to show you how it looks in regards of size. I'm going to give you some dimensions, and then we are going to move quickly into the writing sample because I want to showcase the 14-karat gold nib in action for everyone. And here it is, the Visconti Mandarin Garnet Demo Stones, side by side a Momento Zero Grande in wild celluloid. We have a Opera Master crystal. As you can clearly see, it's a touch smaller in regards of dimensions, but anyway, proportions wise and everything, it's quite close. So it's an oversized fountain pen. Here it's side by side with an Acaia Piccolo, and this is the big Piccolo, so it's a touch bigger than the normal Piccolo. And now let me show you how it looks uncapped. So uncapped is not the same story. Side by side a Opera Master, and now we have the Momento Zero Grande in wild celluloid, and it's pretty similar. And now let's put up the Acaia Piccolo, and it's a touch smaller than the Homo Sapiens. The fountain pen closed like this measures 150 millimeters, uncapped from the tip of the nib till the piston knob. We have 130 millimeters, and if we pose the fountain pen like so, the total distance in between here and here is 175 millimeters. The total weight of the fountain pen posted or closed like this is 40 grams, and if we uncap the fountain pen, it is 24 grams. I'm going to use the Visconti blue ink, and this is the new inkwell from Visconti. This is recently launched and I love it already. I have one. It's blue, one of my favorite colors from Visconti in regards of ink, and I believe contrary to the other ones, I have one right here. So I think they are quite similar, but anyway, Visconti sort of upside down the design and make it now impossible to tip over. And since Visconti moved their nib making in-house, I really want to show you how their nibs are performing. So to this nib, nothing is done. This is how it came from the box. Let's see. This is a medium, and here we go. We have the pen. Visconti Homo Sapiens Demo Stones, and this is the Amethyst Purple, and we have the nib. This is the 14-karat gold, and this is a medium point. The ink is Visconti blue, and let's give it a try. Let's see the ink flow. So it's a wet nib. It's not a gusher or a fire hose wet nib, but it's on the wet side of the ink flow. Now let's have some normal figure of eights. It's a medium nib. It's a touch less in regards of the width of the line that this nib is putting down than its sibling, the 18-karat gold nib. Now let's do some flags. Be very careful with these nibs. These 14-karat gold nibs are very prone to just snail out, and if you apply a lot of pressure, they are rigid, and you don't actually have that feedback when a nib is just like, please stop, don't go any further or I will bend. So in the 14-karat gold nibs, there isn't that. You have a little bit of fun, and altogether, wow, I have a strong nib. Anyway, it does offer some line variation, but be very careful on that. Moving further, now I'm going to demonstrate using the famous sentence that this fountain pen is going to write every single letter of the alphabet without any problems or hesitations. Now let's give it a try, and we have the quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. Just like I told you, it is a very, very beautiful riding nib. There isn't any hard starts, no skipping, nothing whatsoever, no hesitation. The nib is riding perfect out of the box. And this is why I love when manufacturers are moving their nib production in-house and they offer way more attention to details in regards of their nibs and quality control, and the result is outstanding. Had to take a coffee break. Anyway, let's get back to the opinions, or my personal opinions regarding this collection. I think that the most important aspect regarding this collection is the variety of colors. This is unbelievable. If you like demonstrator fountain pens, you will love this ones. If you like a dash of colors and demonstrator fountain pens, you're gonna love them. This year brought the orange, the Mandarin Garnet fountain pen with a more visible inner barrel and all of the aspects of the fountain pen. I really think that sets it off apart from the entire collection. I'm not a huge fan of orange fountain pens, but when it comes to this one, it's amazing. I really like it. The 14 karat gold nibs are some of my favorite ones because they are different from the 18 karat. They have a lower entry point in regards of pricing, offering the whole Homo Sapiens collection a much more interesting price point if budget is something that's holding you back from having a Homo Sapiens demonstrator fountain pens. The 14 karat gold nibs are in-house made, a very brilliant nib. It comes with a very nice way of writing and a very nice identity tag. So now Visconti does everything in-house, pens, nibs, and assembles them, and I really think that's the way forward for any other pen manufacturer out there. And I know how much time and effort Visconti put into this nibs because I participated to that effort, that joint effort in developing these nibs. I shared my feedback on them. Pretty much this is what I have for you in regards of the Visconti Demo Stones collection, the two new colors, the Mandarin Garnet and the Purple Amethyst, together with the other ones. Just like I told you, we've reviewed them. If you want to see a video review, I've linked it up there. You can check one more time and you can see pretty much the details from the previous collection. And if you're looking for such a writing instrument, scroll down below, you'll find the links for this writing instrument. They are available in stock at Pen Venture in all nib sizes, extra fine, medium, broad, and a stub. And I can, if you wrote in the order notes, to check and adjust your nib according to your preference. If you want to have a more wet nib or a less feedbacky or slightly drier and some feedback, I don't know, put down in the order notes this information and I'll be more than happy to help you with your next Visconti Demo Stones fountain pen. Thank you for spending this time with me on the Pen Venture YouTube channel. Thank you for appreciating us and thank you for supporting us. Don't forget, if you enjoy and find this video useful, give it a big thumbs up. This will help us a lot. If you scroll down a little bit, you'll find the details for our website. If you're looking for a next writing instrument, you may find it there and I'll be more than happy to help you with that. Also, you'll find the details for our website, our social media accounts, phone number, email, anything and everything that you may need to get in contact with us. I know that some of you that are watching our videos are not subscribed yet. If you want to support our growth, our Pen Venture YouTube channel, don't forget to subscribe. You can do that right now. Just click there and turn the notification bell on and you'll be notified whenever we have new content. Speaking about new content, if you want to see another very interesting video, I'm gonna link it up here. You can click there and enjoy. As always, it's me, your host, Emi, and I look forward to seeing you next video. Take care, stay safe. Bye.